Secrets of an 8-year award-winning photography business. Are you a creative wondering if and how you can run your artistic business full-time? Perhaps you don't even believe you could make it for 5 years. Well, Alexis Marie Brickner has succeeded these last 8 years, and we have her on our show for the final episode of season 3 to uncover her secrets. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Entrepreneurship is a Marathon, a podcast about how you can grow a profit-producing, purpose-driven business without burnout. We don't need more people starting businesses. We need more people continuing. Each week, we'll deliver the latest and greatest tips, tricks, and strategies for you to revive, grow, and scale your business. Now, here's your host, consultant, professor, and the business defibrillator, Vanessa Zammy.
Yes. And I'm joined here today with Alexis Marie Brickner, founder, CEO, and chief photographer of Alexis Marie Photography and Designs. Whether you're a creative, an artist, or a small business owner in retail or food, you'll want to listen in today for what Alexis Marie has to share with us today on her journey so that you can ensure that you are also thriving, striving, okay, and succeeding. Alrighty, yes. But first, as always, in every episode of Entrepreneurship is a Marathon, we always ask the question, what has been your win of the week? And why do we do that? Because the fact of the matter is entrepreneurship is a marathon. Yes, am I right? Absolutely. And as such, there are some highs and some lows. And it is maybe you're listening to this in the middle of the year. Maybe you're listening to this in the beginning of the year. Maybe you're listening to us at the end of the year. But no matter what, there's probably some time happening where you said to yourself, oh, my business, oh my gosh, like, and everything is just underwater. Oh my God, I didn't get that client. Oh my God, where are my awards? Whatever it may be. And we asked the question, what has been your win of the week? Because I know from working with tons of clients, from connecting with hundreds of entrepreneurs, that chances are there is something during the last 7 days that you can celebrate. So, Alexis Marie, what has been your win of the week?
My win of the week is that we are getting busy again. Usually with real estate photography, there is the winter lull, which is where not a lot of business is coming in because the real estate market is just kind of, having a little downtime and people aren't really looking at houses and not wanting to move. It's the winter, it's cold out. We all wanted to just hibernate and not do anything. So my win is, yes, jobs are rolling in and I'm excited to take them on head first.
Fantastic. Love it. And for those of you listening, what has been your win of the week? It could be business. It could be personal. Maybe you had that massage you've been waiting for. Maybe you saw that family member you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you managed to finish your updated, enhanced, brand new website after 5 years. Whatever it may be, what has been your win of the week? Type it in the comments so we can share in the win with you. What has been my win of the week? Thank you for asking. That is such a great question. So my win of the week is the one that I'll share. The win that I'll share is that we hired an additional person on our public relations and marketing team. But that's not the only win. The real win is that she's actually great. So she's actually doing a great job. That is the win. I always marvel myself at how great I am at choosing the right people. But yeah, she's doing a great job. So much so that I then sent her another project and deliverable to do because I said, you're doing so great. Here's another one, right? So I just love it. Ooh, we have Dawn here tuning in. She says, more listing coming in on the market. Woohoo! Yes. Love it. I believe Dawn, so it sounds like she's a real estate agent. That's what it sounds like Dawn is. Yes, she's a real estate agent. She's like, yes, more listing. Woo. Love it. So what has been your win of the week? Feel free to type it in the comments. Yes. So now I'm going to go into the bio of Alexis Marie. In case you don't know who Alexis Marie is and why she's on this show, I'm going to read her bio for you. And then we're going to do an in-depth, intimate interview with Alexis Marie as we explore and really dissect and understand the secrets of her success thus far and the secrets that will continue on with her prosperity success in the future as well too. And if you have any questions for Alexis here, feel free to type it in the comments, whether you're watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, right? So if you have any questions, you can type in the comments. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll to the bottom, hit that red subscribe button. Yes. And then type your question. Yes. And if you're listening to us on the podcast, then email us your question. But point being, or you can find Alexis on Instagram. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But right now, who is Alexis Marie? Well, Alexis Marie Brickner founded this Plymouth, Massachusetts based Alexis Marie Photography and Designs in 2015, shortly after she moved from New Jersey to Massachusetts. Can you imagine just moving? Then all of a sudden, oh, let me go start a business in this new state, a whole nother state, folks. And in case you're not familiar with the Northeast, New Jersey, Massachusetts, two different vibes. So since moving to Massachusetts, Alexis has provided this area and beyond with quality real estate, wedding, family, and lifestyle photography services. And her work has been featured in the Real Producers South Shore Edition, America's Hometown, Plymouth area publications, as well as numerous small business websites and their social media pages. In September of 2022, Alexis was a recipient of the Cape and Plymouth Business Media's 40 Under 40 Awards, in addition to her many awards during the years prior, including the Wicked Locals Reader's Choice Awards. Yes, absolutely. She has made her stamp here in the Plymouth-based area of Massachusetts, and she is with us here on Entrepreneurship is a Marathon. But that's okay. Alexis has life, by the way, too. She has a fiance and a dog and a cat. So it's a whole thing. But Alexis, let's start with what got you into photography, right? So you started this business, I think 1 to 2 years after graduating cum laude, right, from graduate school. So then you started a photography business. Why? What happened?
So, well, again, as you said, I am from New Jersey, and I moved up here for a job that was completely unrelated to photography. So I was there for a year, and when I left, I really got into the depths of what I wanted to do and how I wanted to really spend my time. So, having my own business was always a thing for me, and photography was always a hobby. So my mind started running in how I can combine the two and make a living. So I hooked up with a real estate company that's based out in Denver doing real estate photography. So that kind of kicked off my real estate, photography focus. And then it just kind of, snowballed from there. I met the right people, went to the right events, just really put myself out there in terms of networking and found my love to really launch this business and get myself to where I want to be, which is 8 years later where I am today.
Yes, and now she's probably wondering what else is next. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But yes, love it. So essentially, this is also a story of a hobby and a passion turned into profit, right? Turned into a success. You didn't know what you were getting into, but you said, you know what? I love what I'm doing. So let me just keep on doing it and see where it goes. And here we are 8 years later. Now, Alexis, as we say, right? Entrepreneurship is a marathon. Yes. What was the toughest year for you? And what made it so?
Yes, I would say my first year, only because I have no business background at all. I went to school for graphic design, actually. So coming out of, college, I didn't have really any knowledge of business background, QuickBooks, spreadsheets, yada, yada. So it was me really trying to figure out things on my own without having prior knowledge of the business. So it was me doing my own research, talking to other small business owners, and just picking their brain to see how they were able to get to where they were then from pretty much nothing, So it's been a learning process, a learning curve. But I look back and to me, every day is a school day. And there's no knowledge that I've ever taken that I've not utilized in my business.
I love it, right? So ultimately it was, essentially first step was acknowledging that you don't know what you don't know. Right. And that's courageous. Yes, exactly.
It's to not know. And that's why it's a learning process.
Indeed.
So, and you have to be willing to learn and be open-minded and know that there's going to be, mountains you have to climb, sides you're going to come back down because it's not going to work out. So you just go back to the drawing board and you just redo it and you figure out the way to do it the right way.
Indeed, absolutely, right. And a lot of people, and 8 years later, right? This is someone who's been in business for 8 years, award winning, and she's still learning, folks, right? So yes, the first year she learned, and now she's still learning 8 years later. And so even if you've been in business for 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years, there's still things and opportunities for you to learn and grow so you can be as successful as you want to be. And Alexis, you kind of touched on, what got you through it, and really that whole finding other peers, right? Being open to asking for help, ultimately, right? Being open to saying, I don't know. What do you know? Please share with me, right? Yes. Love it. Did you find that there were people who weren't willing to help you out?
Sometimes, there were a few, especially talking to other photographers. I mean, the ones I know now are amazing. And for me, I always see it as a collaboration. I'm not looking to compete. I don't want to compete against you. Look, we all have the same love for photography, right? So why not come together and collaborate on a project or bounce ideas off of each other? Or, again, ask questions because they might know something I don't know, and I might know something that they don't know. You know
Mm,
what I mean? So it's
mm.
like, let's come together as joint forces and do something totally amazing together.
Yeah, yeah, but not everyone is open to that, right? Not everyone's open to that.
No,
So
we're
you
not.
say,
And again, I have come across a few that where I'm like, okay, if that's how it is, it's okay, but I'm gonna go this way instead and find my tribe, right? That are on my, like in my headspace that want the same things and we're on the same path essentially, right?
yep,
It's again,
yep.
it's collaboration. Like let's all help each other out and let's answer each other's questions that we don't have the answers to. So that's how I see it.
Fantastic. I see it the same way. I love this. Technically, here right now is a collaboration. So, with that being said,
I love it. I love it.
yes, so fantastic, right? And I want though for those listening, right, for those listening to us, whether you're listening on a podcast or whether you're watching us live here, just I want you to also just realize that it's yes, she found people, she was asking for help. There were people who said no, and in one aspect she could have said, oh well, I guess I'm not meant to do this, or I guess people aren't nice in the industry, so I'll just back off. But instead, keeping the faith alive and saying, maybe she cried for a day, but then keeping the faith alive and saying, but then saying, you know what, my tribe is out there and what I want to do and how I see my business growing is possible, right? So that was Alexis Marie 8 years later. And she already shared some tips, but we have even more, right? So when we get back from this quick break, Alexis Marie Brickner of Alexis Marie Photography and Designs will be sharing her 3 key pieces of advice that she has for other creative businesses and other business owners in general in their 5th, 6th, 7th year. So more when we come back.
Are you interested in partnering with Vanessa Zammy, the business defibrillator, to revive, grow, or scale your business? Then text 617-959-2203. We specialize in collaborating with storefronts, salons, and shops. That's 617-959-2203 for more details. If you're looking to shock your 10-year shop back to life, then text 617-959-2203. It's your time to have a reliable team, increase store traffic, and glowing sales growth so you can take that vacation outside your country while having your store still thrive. Text 617-959-2203 for more details.
And we are back with our special guest, Alexis Marie Brickner of Alexis Marie Photography and Designs. Yes, Alexis has already been sharing some great tips with us. We have someone in the comments saying tribe vibes. Absolutely, right? Alexis was talking about how her tribe was really important to her and finding that tribe, right? It wasn't easy, but she found it. And so here she is. And so, Alexis, what are the 3 pieces of advice that you have for other creative businesses or business owners in general who are looking, the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th year? What do you have for them?
Mm-hmm. So one of the majors is, again, always ask questions because you might think you know the answer, but you might know the answer, but someone might have a better answer or might be able to give the answer in a different way. Another tip is realize that it is your business, take pride in it, and also know that there are going to be ups and downs. That's with any business, even the, Fortune 500, the, Forbes, yada, yada. Everyone is going to have the times when, there's a down, there's the ups, there's everything in between. And another one is don't give up on your goals. If you come to a point where you just want to give up, don't. And it's I guess having a passion, and I have a huge passion for what I do. And yes, I've had times where I want to quit, where I've just had a day and I'm like, forget this. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to do something else. Then I come back to earth and I remember why I did it. Where I am today, I'm my own boss. It's all me, right? And I love it. And I will not want it any other way. And I keep that in mind when I'm like, I want to give up. And I don't. And I'm still here doing my thing.
Love it, fantastic, right? And to that point of the tribe that we talked about a couple minutes earlier, right? That tribe, having people around you ultimately support you, whether it's your family, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's a new group of friends that you need, but having that people around you to support you. And it might be, there's a season and a reason for everyone. So it might be you have that tribe for 2 years, you have another tribe for another 2 years, whatever it may be, but having people around you to support you, to motivate you, to remind you of where you are and why you are right where you are. So
Yep.
love it. Love it. Love it. Fantastic. Thank you, Marie, Alexis Marie. So what's next? What is next for your
So
business?
what's next? This big year, I just became lead photographer for the South Shore Real Producers edition, which highlights, or I'm sorry, goes to the top 300 agents on the South Shore, and it highlights the best of the best. So this past week, I did 3 shoots for our Real Producer for March, our Rising Star for our March issue, as well as our Partner Spotlight. So every month we have a Real Producer, and that is the top agent. They're killing it. They're doing their thing. So they get featured on the front cover, as well as, a full spread in our magazine. And it's just awesome. I'm connecting with new people, and, it really is opening me up to other networks, other areas that I also haven't yet explored that I'm just now beginning to get into. So that's one of the main highlights. And, and then the year, it's still really fresh. I'm just looking, to be really positive, and I cannot wait to see what else this year brings my way.
Love it. Love it. We have someone who loves you is in the comments sharing her love. She's saying you do a great job capturing their spirit. So yes, got some fans, Alexis Marie, got some fans. Yes. Okay. So with that being said, we were joined here today on Entrepreneurship is a Marathon with Alexis Marie Brickner of Alexis Marie Photography and Designs. Alexis, how can people reach you for more questions? They want their photography taken, or just follow you and watch you on your journey?
Yeah. So again, you can follow me on my Instagram. It's Alexis Marie, P as in Paul, and DS. I know it sounds weird, but I had to really shorten it for Instagram. So that it is what it is. On Facebook, it's again, Alexis Marie Photography and Designs. LinkedIn, Alexis Brickner. Facebook, Alexis Marie. My email, it's plymouthphotog@gmail.com. Any questions, any inquiries, don't hesitate to reach out. Just email me to say hi, or, ask how my day is, whatever. I do try to respond throughout the day. If not, I will get back to you that evening. Yeah. And, I'm always around to grab coffee or, a donut or whatever.
Yes, unlike some of the photographers Alexis, met during her early days, she is happy and willing to share her knowledge and experience with you. And also her website, her details are right off the screen if you can see it. So her tag, Alexis Marie P and DS. And also www.alexismariephotoanddesigns.com. You're welcome. We'll put those links in the comments. So if you're watching us on YouTube, look in the YouTube description. If you are listening to us on the podcast, look at the show description and you will see the link. And check out Alexis Marie's work and email her as well at plymouthphotog@gmail.com. And I want to just acknowledge, folks, yes, she has a gmail.com account, 8 years in business, being the successful. Okay. So for those who trying to be all fancy, okay, just put it out, right? Keep it simple. Keep moving. Love it. If you didn't already tell, Entrepreneurship is a Marathon is a show that's not only about a story, but also about lessons and action items to keep you moving forward in your journey. We equip and empower you through education. Today was our season 3 finale. So the final episode of our 3rd year of Entrepreneurship is a Marathon. We will be back for season 4 and year 4 in the fall. When we return, we'll have more amazing insights, more inspiring guests like Alexis Marie here today, and more informative tools to keep you moving forward on your journey. So stay tuned next fall. Subscribe below at the YouTube channel for updates. Follow me, Vanessa Zammi, on LinkedIn. And remember, folks, entrepreneurship is a marathon. And it's a marathon you don't have to run alone. Hello.
Thanks for joining us this week on Entrepreneurship is a Marathon. If you found value in this show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes or Spotify, or if you'd simply tell a friend about this episode. And if you are looking for more tips on reviving your business, make sure to visit our website, vzamy.com. That's vzamy.com. To register for our upcoming business growth workshop on staff management, financial management, and time management. It's your time to revive, grow, and scale. Visit vzamy.com. That's V for Vanessa, Z for zebra, A for animal, M as in money, Y as in yes.com.